Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Dorm Talks with Chris and John. I'm John, that's Chris. And today we're recapping week two, more like previewing week three, but we're recapping week two. Um, and yeah, I'm excited. This was a interesting week, I would say, but it was football nonetheless. Chris, how are we doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. You know, we are here and we're super excited to record tonight. You know,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
as always, let's get to it, man. Let's uh, let's see how our records are looking.
Yes, I have the records. I also forgot to pull up my notes for today for our talking point notes. So that's kind of important. Um, this was also the first time ever I took notes while watching football. Um,
Look at this guy. He's so studious.
I'm trying. I'm trying to not talk on my ass. Um, all right.
Well, he pulls those massive, big, great news for all MLB fans. We saw some history.
Which history?
Shohei Ohtani being Shohei Ohtani.
Oh gosh. Listen, how about let's talk about Shohei Ohtani throwing five no hit innings against the Phillies, but the Phillies still coming back and winning against that sorry Dodgers team. All right. So I don't care what Shohei Ohtani does because the Phillies are better. They beat him 2 games in a row. They have won the division. I'm wearing my Phillies football jersey because I needed to mix up. We're talking about football, but shout out to the Phillies, man. Um,
We are getting close to Red October.
I'm hype, man. I gotta get y'all to like a Red October game. Like that's just like that's different, man. That's different. All right. Our records for last week. I kind of suck. Um, I went nine correct, seven incorrect.
Huh,
Um,
you
my
killed it.
overall record is 17-3. Chris goes 13 correct, three incorrect.
I went
His total record is 23-9. Um, so that happened. Um, I I don't know, man. I know last year I struggled in the beginning of the year doing picks, but I got better as the season went on. But I'm losing ground quick. Um, but
If it makes you feel any better, we're like the complete opposite in fantasy football right now.
2-0, baby, 2 and
I am
0. Let's
0
go.
2 right now, people. Omarion Hampton is killing me. I don't know who's worse, Kevin Patullo or Jim Harbaugh.
Hey, shout out to Brandon Aubrey, man, for scoring
Oh,
24 points as a
ah.
kicker.
Jalen Hurts and Michael Penix combined for a solid 15 points tonight.
Shout out to Tucker Craft, my boy, tight end one. Um, shall we get into our week three picks?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Let's start off with the game tomorrow. It might be tonight by the time this comes out, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Depending on when
Dolphins,
you see this, it could be
Bills.
happening right now.
It could. Dolphins, Bills. Who you got? This is a terrible game.
I wouldn't say just for fun, just be like, oh yeah, Bills are gonna choke, but the Dolphins are so bad right now that I generally don't think even if the Bills are in we're playing against the Chiefs in the AFC championship mode that they lose this game. So it's gonna be Bills.
Yeah, Bills are too good. Dolphins are too bad. Give me the Bills. All right,
Josh Allen fantasy owners, he's going for 70. I do hope you know that.
let's go. Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz.
Ooh, God.
Bengals Bengals versus Vikings. Who do you got?
I got the Vikings. Good Lord.
I also have the Vikings because the Vikings defense is better than the Bengals, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Jake Browning is better than Carson Wentz. Um, yeah,
Eagles fans, I know y'all remember OG Carson Wentz, man.
call him OG Carson Wentz is crazy because that does not feel that long ago, but it really was. I mean,
It really was. It's coming up on practically a decade ago now, man.
that's disgusting.
Oh man, we're old.
Yep, that we are. Texans, Jaguars. Who you got?
Give me man, this is actually a good one too.
Yeah, this is a pretty good game. We're not gonna get this game because it's a 1 o'clock slate, but this will be a good one.
I want to say Texans.
Yeah, Jaguars
Give me
have
the
been
Jag.
really. You taking the Jags?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am counting on a BTJ bounce back game. So
apparently he was like terrible last
yeah,
week.
yeah, he
Like
was.
I didn't watch it, but I heard it was like bizarre. Like he was like
Yeah,
avoiding contact.
mhm. He
So
was avoiding contact like he had Brian Dawkins just waiting over the middle. Let's say it like that.
is Derek Stingley that good? Yeah, he's that
I
good.
mean, I mean, he
Um,
is kind of that good.
he is actually that good. I got the Jaguars as well. I think that their offense can do something against the Texans, and the Texans offense just looks real shaky to me. Although CJ Stroud did look better, um, and that
Mhm.
offense did look okay. That run game doesn't look great though. It doesn't look good at all. Um, so give me the Jaguars. How about the
That's fair.
undefeated Colts versus the Titans?
Give me Colts.
Yeah, I
I say
think give me
Titans, but give
Colts
me Colts.
too.
All right. Stop agreeing with me, please.
Well, this one's kind of obvious though.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
come on, man.
Cam Ward's Cam Ward's nice though.
He's he is nice, but the whole team isn't. Um, Raiders Commanders. It might be Marcus Mariota suiting up for the Commanders this week. Um,
Oh yeah,
Raiders coming off a
I
rough
saw that.
one.
I saw that. If yeah, if Marcus Mariota's suiting up, then yeah. Let me give me the Raiders.
Here's my hot take: give me the Raiders regardless. Jay and
Oh,
Daniels or not. I'm digging my heels into the Commanders hater role. I'm digging my heels in. Ten
I can
toes
respect
down.
that a lot. I can respect a true hater.
And I also have Geno Smith on my fantasy team, and I need a bounce back. He's been booty cheeks. Um, how about Rams Eagles?
It feels like everybody on the planet right now is saying the Rams. So of course we're gonna go Eagles here. Every TikTok prediction I've seen it says the Rams.
Which is crazy because we're gonna act like Saquon didn't rush for 500 yards against them last year, and their run defense has not gotten better. Give me the Eagles, man. I think
You
Jalen
expect
Hurts.
Devontae Adams to have a good game. With
Yeah, expect it. Um, okay, we got Falcons
uh,
Panthers.
you were saying something about Jalen Hurts though.
Oh, Jalen. I think Jalen Hurts has a bounce back game. I really do. I think they're gonna figure out this pass game, and we'll talk about that a little later. But I think he's gonna figure some things out. Um, Falcons Panthers. Yikes.
Falcons.
See,
Arthur Smith actually need about that.
I want to differ from you, but like I actually need like wins to catch up and like or to at least stay afloat. And I have no faith that the Panthers are going to win this game. So give me the Falcons. Steelers
We're gonna
Patriots.
talk about from them a little later. It was a
Yeah,
little rough.
it was.
Watch. Oh,
Steelers Patriots.
no, give me the Patriots. Ah, say Steelers. Nah, give me Patriots. I'm gonna stay on that.
Okay, because I'm saying Steelers.
Drake May, Drake May's continuing his hot streak.
Drake May looks pretty
Drake May
good.
is
I I think Pittsburgh has a okay rounded team where they can probably beat New England. Um, pardon the lag where we're figuring some things out tech wise, but we're gonna keep rolling through and just do our
hmm,
best. Um, got a few more games to pick. Packers Browns.
Packers very easily.
Packers pretty darn easily. Jets Buccaneers also
Uh,
Bucks.
Bucks.
Chargers Broncos. This is a good one.
This will be a good one. I think the Chargers have the clear advantage.
They do. But I think people have been doubting Knicks a little bit. I think we're really going to see a good defensive bounce back from the Broncos against Herbie. And I think Broncos pull out the win this week.
I respect that.
Saints Seahawks.
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 Yeah.
The Saints lost to Mac Jones last week. Um, Bears Cowboys.
What do you mean? That's just Brock Purdy in a different hairstyle.
And
It's just
slower. It's the
it's just
same hairstyle, dude. They have the
I don't
same
know what
hair.
Mac Jones looks like. Do they actually?
Yeah, they have the same exact hair, dude. I swear to God.
Oh my God. Mac Jones is just on a slant. Yo, that's the same person. It's just the same
It's
guy.
it's they are the same person. I kid you not. Um. Uh. What in the world? Sorry, guys. Let's go Cowboys Bears.
Let's say Bears.
Bears. I got I got the Cowboys. I think the Bears are really bad, and I think they're not in a great spot mentally. I think they've seen better days, and I'm just gonna go Cowboys because they got Dak Prescott, and he's gonna put us some points. Especially that defense, especially with Jalen Johnson out, looks pretty rough. Cardinals 49ers. Still no Brock Purdy.
You need 49ers.
Oh, give me the Cardinals easily. My dark horse team from this year going 3-0. Book it. I'm saying 10 toes down. Um, Chiefs Giants.
Chiefs should win, but I'm gonna say the Giants because I think it'd be really funny if the Chiefs go 0-3.
I am actually gonna be rooting for the Giants, which is great. It's like division rival. Nah, I'm rooting for them. I don't care.
I'm not rooting for anybody. I think it's just funny.
It would be funny.
No matter who loses, I win.
That's right. That's right. I I got the Chiefs. So do you, are you picking the Giants or no? You're picking the Chiefs.
Picking the Giants.
Picking the Giants. Okay. Final game, the Monday night. Lions Ravens should be a good one.
Potential game of the week right here, and it's gonna go to the Ravens.
Dang, because I agree. I think I think the Ravens got a good enough defense and a great enough offense that they're gonna give the Lions some problems, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those are our week 3 picks. Hopefully I have a bounce back week. Let us get
Hopefully you don't.
into let's get into this week's game. I'm going to stand up for this part. I need to. There we go. Okay. Let's talk about week 2, shall we? Do you have the points up? Are y'all good?
What?
Do you got the do you got the notes up? Do you got the points up that I sent you?
Yes, I do have the points
Okay.
up that you sent me.
Okay.
I'm
Just making
prepared.
sure.
Don't worry, guys.
Okay, good. Well, I'm just making sure you're good. So we're looking at the same thing. That's my fault more than anything. Um, all right. Are you ready? Where should we start?
Um, start
Is
with
there a
this first
game?
one.
Giants Cowboys madness?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
one of
Let's do it,
the
man.
games of the year. One of the best games of the year already.
Honestly, I
I
had a
mean,
lot of
it's
fun
the
watching this
question:
game.
were the Giants actually good, or are the Cowboys just really bad?
My answer is they're both very bad.
They're both very bad. I can respect that.
I mean,
I do respect that.
we've seen historically like how like when bad teams play each other, especially teams like good offenses and like bad defenses or whatever, or like young defense in
Mhm.
general, there'll be some like explosive games. I remember the Giants Saints game like 10 years ago or whatever. It was like Breeze versus Manning, but both their defenses were like terrible, and it was like both teams put up 40, and it was just
Mhm.
electric. But we knew they were both awful. So those this game gave those kind of vibes. Prime Russ back, Seattle Russ, is he back? I don't know. That pick in the overtime was bad, but like he was slinging that thing. He was he was. I mean, what
It's
like
just
480 yards? He was like it was like nuts, dude. I don't know. What did you think
FCT
of
started
Russ?
kicking in. It was really vintage Russ, man. It felt like looking back at a couple years ago. Wow, God, that feels so wrong to say like vintage Russ.
Yeah, it
Because he always felt like he was like a vet, but he wasn't like super old as a QB growing up. He always felt like he was a decent enough amount younger than all those like other superstars.
he did like really feel like he was always like a vet, but like you said, never like young, but never like old. And now he's like old.
Yeah, now he's just old, and it's like, oh man, this feels wrong to say vintage, but like, yeah, like it's exciting too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Malik Neighbors fan. Like, I was a fan of him coming into his rookie season. If he wasn't on the Giants, I'd be like, so it's good to
It,
see he has a QB that's willing to just throw the ball, and it's also
yeah,
capable of throwing the ball.
yeah. I mean the Russ Moonballs are something to behold for sure. Um, there's definitely a lack of like the mid game when you talk about Russ, which he's always struggled with like throwing down the middle, and that's why when he was in his prime, his mobility and being able to manufacture plays on the run made him like so much more dangerous. Now that he doesn't really have that aspect of his game is more limited because he's really just I mean going to top of his drop than hitting these moon balls down the sidelines. So it's very limited in the middle and in the mid game, which limits your offense in general. But when you can have games where you're exposing a secondary that doesn't have a Micah Parsons in the pass rush as a presence to help them, you can really like hit some deep balls and really expose them. Um, but at the end of the day, the Cowboys did win this game. Dak did ball out. But I think Dak is really like I think Dak was really good. He just showed his like recklessness trait where he's gonna like he's gonna march on the field, but then he's gonna throw into double coverage and throw these like reckless, like scary passes that probably should be intercepted. Um, so how'd you feel about Dak's performance?
Um, I mean, obviously, he had a good statistical game. I'm not gonna give him too much credit, not only stemming from the fact that I am a massive Cowboys hater, and that also applies to him, but it is a Giants defense at the end of the day. Like, we're gonna see, he's like at this point in his career, I kind of expect him to do this.
Yeah,
It was still a good game. It was still a good game from him.
yeah. I mean, credit to them.
You know, it was still a pretty, it was still a really good game. But
Yeah,
yeah, I was like, let's not get too hasty though. I've seen some top five discussions about him already.
yeah. We gotta slow down.
Let's not
We gotta
get too hasty. No, in all seriousness, he had a
slow.
great game.
Yeah, he
He had
did,
a great game.
and
He had a
and yeah, and credit to the Giants. They're front four with Dexter Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. Brian Burns is all over the field, man. They're good. It's a young secondary, and they have guys like Paulson and Debo, there who were like solid players, but they're young. Speaking of their defense, I was seeing that like Dexter Lawrence like is growing frustrated with like the losing and all that, and it just got me thinking like if you're playing a position that's so physically demanding as like a defensive tackle and you're like taking on like a ton of impact every play, I would hate to be on a sucky team and be a defensive tackle. Like that would feel like I'm like giving up my entire body for nothing.
Mhm.
So it's
You
like
know,
if
it's
I were
funny to
him,
think about how many of the best defensive linemen in the league have been like kind of just stuck on really bad teams for a while.
yeah.
Like most of them, a lot of those guys.
Yeah, it like happens a lot. I mean, JJ Watt was never on like really good Houston teams. I mean, towards the end,
Yeah.
he was on some okay ones. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, when Fletcher Cox was on the Eagles, the majority of his time with the Eagles, they weren't very good. Towards the beginning.
Yeah, like I remember the Eagles were like pretty like kind of mid for a while when I was a kid.
Yeah, and Cox was on all those teams, and he's like he looks worn out every like every play. He's like panting. Um, he was fun. He was fun to watch. So yeah, I was like, if I was sexy Dexy, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm out of here, man. Like this is a lot, dog. And like Dexter's a big dude. Like he's like it's a lot. That's a lot to do that every single play, all to like lose all the time. So I don't know if I blame him at all. Um. So yeah, is there one other thing I'll say about the Giants, and I'll let you have the floor if you have anything else to say. Is the Giants penalties killed them. Like towards the beginning, they had like there was a play like both teams had like four penalties in one play, and they had one drive where they had like eight penalties or something stupid like that, and it was like from like the same guy, like 55 was like keep getting penalties, and like you give Dallas more life. It's like you could have shut the door on this game a long time ago. So it just shows like the lack of discipline, maybe a coaching issue with the Giants when you're giving up that many penalties and really like killing
Yeah.
drives, especially on offense.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I
Oh my God,
yeah,
what was his name? The offensive tackle. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, who was that?
on the Giants.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 55 who I was talking about. I don't remember. Um, I just know it's like it was like whistle 55 yada yada, and then he like got
Oh, it
benched for
was
a
the
second, but then
rookie
came back.
James Hudson.
Mm. Because the Andrew Thomas is hurt, so
Mhm.
That's like really bad. Um. So yeah,
Yeah, he had
that
generationally bad 4 penalties in the opening drive.
that's him. Yep, that was him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
that is wow, that is really bad.
I feel bad, but
Yeah,
like not really.
it was kind of crazy watching that blocking form. The good old
Oh,
Jalen Carter
the
special. Just just slap. I was like, oh man,
that
oh,
was one of the.
oh wow.
It's like that's an interesting strategy there, buddy. But whatever works, I guess. All right.
God, it
Uh,
was great. Right, yeah.
is there anything else you got from the Giants Cowboys game?
So, buy your stocks on Cam Scatteroo now, because I am.
Screw Cam Scatterboo, bro.
Yeah.
I hate that guy already. I know
Uh,
I'm gonna hate him. I hate that guy.
I
I
just
hate
know he's
him.
gonna give the Eagles 100 yards.
No, he's
I
not.
can feel it. I can
No,
feel
he's
it in my
not.
bones. I can feel it.
No, but he's not. He's
I
he's
swear.
he's gonna get the ball. Jalen Carter just gonna be like, hey, try me. And he's going, nah. And he's gonna fall down. Because it's like, nah. It's like Jordan
He's
Davis
gonna
is
get
gonna eat
200
him
yards,
for
3 yard gains.
Jordan Davis is gonna eat him for lunch, bro.
Jordan Davis
He's
could eat a lot of people. That's a fair
hey,
thing to say.
not too much on Jordan Davis, dog. He lost a lot of weight too, man.
I didn't say he did. I was just like, he's still a really big guy.
Shout out
I
Jordan
was
Davis,
like,
man.
I love the guy. He's just kind of scary. It's like, don't stand too close to me, dude.
My favorite
You're gonna
picture of
make me
Jordan
feel it.
Davis. My favorite picture of Jordan Davis is when he's like sacking Carson Wentz on the Commanders, and he's like this, and Carson Wentz looks like he's 4'2". I was like
I saw.
I want that framed, man.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Just see him like standing next to NFL players and making them look like normal people is crazy.
People are always gonna like clown the Eagles for taking him over like a guy like Kyle Hamilton, but it's like, bro, Jordan Davis is still really good, so I'm not even that mad about it. Um, should
And Makuba's
speaking of
better.
the That's right.
Sorry.
Speaking of Makuba, should we talk about the Eagles Chiefs game?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start with the Eagles defense or Eagles offense?
Let's start with the good news first.
Let's do it,
Let's
man.
start with the good news. The good one first. That Eagles defense for 2 straight weeks has been like electrifying to watch.
Yeah.
Like they've been super solid on all 3 levels at this point. Like obviously we have our hole at QB CV2, but I don't think it's mattered as much, you know.
Yeah, I think it definitely like the putting Jalen Carter back in there, it gives it puts a lot more pressure on the quarterback, therefore for forcing errors, therefore making a lot easier for the cornerbacks. Aside from like the two blown coverages, one being the long touchdown and one being the overthrown deep ball from Pat Mahomes that were just either Adoree Jackson blowing the coverage and Quinion Mitchell having to clean it up, or Adoree Jackson falling down. Um, and running into Reed. It was a
Oh,
pretty good game. The Mahomes game plan looked a lot like the Eagles game plan. A lot of underneath stuff. A lot of under 5 yards, yardage stuff. The run game looked really bad. Um, the the Chiefs need running backs, man. Like
yeah.
Pacheco is not a serious running back one option, and playing Kareem Hunt for like meaningful snaps in the Big 2025 is a problem.
Forgive me, everybody. I thought Pacheco was going to be good. Okay.
I think a lot of us did, but I also never saw him as like a running back one, kind of like three down back. I I saw him as like a energizer gadget guy. I don't know. He's just not like he's not an efficient runner at all. He's gonna like run violent and run tough and choke up some extra get some extra yards, but he's not,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the tools to be a complete running back. And it's so easy to get a good running back. They could have drafted so many guys in this loaded draft class. They really could have. Um it's so easy to have a good running back.
He doesn't seem to have like any real vision. It's so like odd watching. He just kind of gets the ball and just
Like bowling ball is down in the middle,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, he doesn't look very good.
No. I'm concerned.
I'd be too.
I mean, it's not my problem, but
But yeah. But yeah, back on the Eagles defense, uh this has been how many draft classes in a row where these rookies have just kind of come in and just been immediately impactful?
dude, it's ridiculous.
Getting kind of stupid.
How we saw after that Jalen Rager draft, that was equivalent to Jalen Hurts losing the first Super Bowl and saying like that changed my soul kind of thing. Like that change Howie like he still thinks I know he still thinks about that pick. Like although he's like because like I would rather have Devontae and AJ rather than just Justin Jefferson. So it's like I'm not even like mad about it anymore. But I know he's like he still thinks of it. That still keeps him up at night, and he has nailed like almost every draft pick since. Like you have Moro Ojomo, like being like a really good starting defensive tackle, and he was like a fifth round guy. And like you have like Byron Young like playing like meaningful snaps at D tackle, and it's like who are these guys? And it's like well you said the impact. How good is Jahad Campbell, dog? Like, did we just draft Fred Warner?
Nakobe Dean is the third best linebacker on this team right now, people. That was a top 15 linebacker last season, at the least.
He's so good.
He was-
Like Nakobe Dean is like the best at like plugging holes and being exactly where you need to be to make the tackle. And Jahad Campbell, he'll be like at his spot just above the D line, and a few seconds later, he's out in coverage with the wide receiver smacking the ball down. It's like, how did you get there? How did you do that? How did he do that?
I love it. I'm so happy that this pick worked out. I'm so happy.
And how did we get CJ Garner Johnson but discipline? like,
Just
like
replace him
Makuba, man.
with the better, younger version.
Better, younger, more disciplined version of CJ Gardner Johnson. Welcome, Andrew Makuba. Makuba Matata, man.
And he got his big play, and he got his big interception moment way before Q did.
That's hey, Quinion still got the Washington game, man. He still got it.
Q,
Um,
man, that was so funny seeing him not get a pick until the playoffs started.
Q
Oh
got
my,
no hands, man.
I love it, but oh my God, it was so fun. Yeah, yeah. It's great to see. It's really great to see. I'm really happy for this Eagles defense. It's the fact that it's only going to kind of get better over the season as
Yeah,
they like figure out their cornerback two situation.
and
Uh,
Howie will fix that.
yeah. Um, as our younger players get better, as Nakobe Dean gets back, Darius Smith was like crazy good free agent signing.
Thank you for I totally forgot that Zadarius Smith. like from the couch, celebrating his birthday, comes back, and he's like immediately applies pressure on every snap he's in. It
Yes.
seems it seemed like he was in the backfield every play.
Yeah.
Like
Like
what the heck, man?
it's just beefing up an already like pretty crazy defense, you know.
And like, how good is Nolan Smith? Like we could go player by player here because this defense is really that good. And once we figure out this cornerback two position, the sky's the limit for how good it's gonna be.
Mhm. Shout out Josh Uche.
Shout out Josh Uche, man. Shout out to Uche. Only matter of time before he starts getting some numbers, but he's really been applying some pressure, man. Um, should we talk about the not so pretty part of the Eagles game?
Yeah, that offense is it's having people make some conversations.
Yeah, I think it's understandable. There's been a lot of Eagles fans that like the old head Eagles fans saying like, "Oh, well, you guys are spoiled." I'm like, "We're spoiled, sure, but also this offense can be so much better than it is, dude."
Okay. The fact that this offense struggles as much as it does, it's like it's such a dumb problem to have, you know. You know, we see
That
so many teams have an issue where they just don't have good offensive linemen like the Bengals, or their running game isn't good and isn't established, or their wide receivers just aren't that good yet, or they don't have a strong tight end. But like
yeah,
when healthy, the Eagles don't have those issues, but they only struggle because they've got like people that don't know what they're doing when it comes to destroying our points.
right. It's frustrating when you have all the makings of what could be the most dangerous offense in a league, and it's it looks like a goal line offense every time you're playing. It's like, of course you're gonna run the ball, but it's like it's the endless screens, it's the slants, it's the one post shot a game, like one, like
It's
we like you
it's
have to get AJ
more
Brown
people game
involved.
for no reason, especially against the blitz. You're not going to get time to get those shots up, and you're just stacking help over top. It's not giving Saquon Barkley any time, any like good breakout opportunities too.
No, because they're either gonna stack the bots or they're gonna blitz the hell out of it and just not give uh Jalen any time.
Yeah.
And when it's like, dude,
It's ridiculous. It really hurts to see because it really does feel like at times I'm watching 2023 all over again.
yeah, I was thinking in my head like, okay, what is different with this in 2023? I'm like, okay, we didn't have Saquon in 2023. We had DeAndre Swift. That's different. Our defense is much better than it was in 2023.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a defense this good, it's hard to collapse like that is.
Yes.
So I think the offense can get better because
Yeah.
if we remember, first few weeks of last year, offense was also pretty bad
Oh yeah.
out the gate.
Oh yeah. It was
And it had some bad weeks a little later, but Kellen Moore figured it out, just kind of coming into it. Now this looks a little worse, um, noticeably worse. So it's like I don't know when our bye week is, to like, but like we got to figure this out now
yeah. It's
because our
it's stupid. It's frustrating, and I know the biggest issue from that game probably was the fact that Dallas Goedert wasn't there.
sure,
Like that's definitely like going to be an issue. Like you're missing a lot of the things that he does. You're missing some of that. You're missing some of that blocking. You're missing especially him like just being such a crazy threat in a lot of those shorter routes. But like our offense isn't heavily reliant on Dallas Goedert. We're not the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? We're not the
We
Niners.
have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, dude.
He's not even the third best option as far as this. Not even the fourth best option as far as it goes.
Yeah, it's
So it's just ridiculous.
yeah. I need to see like I need to see something early against the Rams, and I know we can run against the Rams. I know that's something we can do, but the Rams are going to be focused on the run because they know that's what's going to kill them. So listen, take some shots, man. Be
No,
reckless.
I ain't flying. Like seriously, please,
Jalen legit has one of the best deep balls in the league.
please,
Use it.
just let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Make some opportunities where he's gonna have the ability to scramble. You know,
Yeah,
make it so if they leave the QB spot, they're not just free to just kind of be there, and they don't have to worry about like somebody behind them.
yeah, exactly.
You know, don't look like you're drawing out of a hat that has four different options in it every play.
Like it's getting a little embarrassing. Like we can be so much better. We really can. Um, anything else on the Eagles' offense?
No, nothing that hasn't been said.
All right. Are the Chiefs done?
That's a hard question to say. That's a hard thing to say. You know,
Yeah,
they're going
it's a
through some.
very ESPN question, but
Yeah, it feels like kind of crazy to say that, especially because they're missing their receivers right now.
mhm,
You know,
for sure.
any any teams like if they have their receivers, they're not 0-2 right now, right?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not, right? But it can be say like, especially with how hard the AFC is going to be, it's like if they drop, like they really can't afford to drop many more games at this point. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like as a team, you could always afford to lose maybe one or two games, but not lose two games this early in the season and then be expected to still keep up with the fact that you have a schedule of a team that just went to the Super Bowl.
Right. You have a first place schedule
You
and you
don't
have your division which looks better than it has.
like
Especially the Chargers look really good.
the Chargers legitimately look like a Super Bowl contender right now.
Right.
Like you can't afford to keep just dropping games like this. So I don't want to say they're done. I don't think they're done yet. This is only week two.
Yeah.
Like it is way too early in the season to say this. I remember last year after week two, people thought the Saints were the best team in the league, and then we saw that wasn't true.
Yeah. It's very early, but the concerns I think are like if you have these issues in January, the Bills are going to beat you.
Yeah,
The Ravens are going to beat you. I know they have their like what happens in playoffs, but like the teams will overwhelm you
yeah.
with the issues you have. The tackle their left tackle problem is a problem. Uh, it's their tackle situation is bad. Their defense outside of Chris Jones is and McDuffie of course is a little shaky. Um, Travis has looked okay this year, but he's becoming prone to these bonehead mistakes, and I think that's kind of been a thing throughout his career. But run game is bad.
The run game's terrible.
Run game's bad.
Like your run game can't be this bad when your receivers are both missing.
Yeah,
Like
and and it's like when have we seen these like receivers? Because these receivers have been here for a little bit. I know Xavier Worthy's on his second year, but like we've seen Rashee Rice. We got to start to see something soon.
yeah,
We're talking a lot of hypotheticals, with the wide receiver core.
it's the wrong
Um,
team in the division to be doing these hypotheticals, man.
yeah. Who would have thought we're talking about the Chiefs and hypotheticals? But
Yeah. I thought by this point I'd be talking about a certain other team in that division.
shout
Like
out Herbie, man. Shout out Herbo,
no,
or not, or not. Um, I watched very little of the Bills and Jets game. I don't know if you watched any of that. I started it and was like, this is a blowout, and I changed the channel.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of what it was. Justin Fields went down. Uh, yeah, it's
which is
yeah,
which it looked rough when your take that they you said they were a playoff team last week.
yeah, that's
Um,
fair. I don't know if I picked them to win. I don't think I did.
I said I said they'd be like a feisty team that would be like 7-10, 6-11 kind of thing, but like kind of like hang around till like late in the season.
Mhm.
You said they would be like either like the last one's in or the first one's out, something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, I don't want to sit there and say like they're gonna be a playoff team. Number one, as far as I was concerned, I didn't actually think the Patriots were gonna be better than them this season.
right.
You know, like I kind of already wrote off the Dolphins. And I kind of was looking at it like, okay, like I wouldn't be surprised at this point, like if they had made some noise. But yeah, yeah, this team isn't. Yeah, we kind of see what just happened when they went up against a legitimate playoff team.
It's not good.
Like, but you know,
Uh,
it's a little thing of like this isn't even just like a playoff team. This is like a title contender. This is like one of the four best teams in the league right now.
yeah, yeah. Like I mean, Bills are probably like. I mean, it's them or the Ravens, man. The only teams that are really convincing me out there. Which I think it was kind of expected. Like it's not a shocker, but it's like the Ravens bounced back really nice against the Browns, and the Bills are just rolling, man. And they got Dolphins tomorrow, so it's
Mhm.
like I don't see why they're not going to keep rolling. Cause guess who they have next week? The Saints. So it's Bills are going to keep on rolling, man.
Mhm.
Um, Shout out Josh Allen. He looks really good. He's going to be in MVP talks because that's just what he does. Um, it's probably going to be him and Lamar again. Um, let's talk about the Thursday night game. Um, Now I watched one half of this and I fell asleep because I'd be tired. But Commanders, Packers. Now this game's kind of over at the half, but it's like Packers put the hammer down against a good team in the Commanders. So what did you think about this game?
It was kind of like just a. It wasn't very surprising. Let me say it like that firstly.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like, yeah, it was just kind of like playoff team versus like Super Bowl contender.
Yeah,
That's really what I took from it. Like, I just kind of took from like, yeah, this team is completely outmatched.
yeah, I agree.
Like,
I
I didn't see anything that I was really surprised about. You know, obviously it sucks, especially to see JD5 get hurt here. But it was also like we kind of like expected this to be like a one-sided like, beatdown.
Yeah, I think you and me pretty much called that. I like I didn't think this was gonna be particularly close. I think the matchups are really like asked for like a beating here when you talk about just how much of an impact Parsons
Mhm.
makes on an entire defense and how like Terry McLaurin hasn't really been existent and they're the Packers defense just went from like maybe like borderline top 10 to like best in the league, something like that. Um and Jordan Love just said, "All right, I'm not impressed with the secondary. I'm going to let it fly." And let it fly he did. And Jordan Love's going to take those shots, man. That's one thing I can respect about it. Um, he's going to take the risk. Sometimes he's going to look really stupid and boneheaded, but he's going to take his shots, and it certainly paid off against Washington. He was letting it fly, and I don't think that secondary is particularly good or particularly impressive. So I think that's a team you can kind of take shots against and kind of feel good about.
Yeah.
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 So I mean, it's Packers Eagles at this NFC, right? Do you see any other team like in that realm?
Not really, no. I think the Lions could be in that realm,
Yeah, well,
but
lines look
I also think I think it's a matter of I think they'd pretty like clearly at this point beat on any of the other teams in the NFC, but then they'd be like completely outmatched if they matched up against the Eagles or Packers, you know.
yeah.
Um, Vikings, I think they would have a chance, but JJ McCarthy, we're gonna talk about that a little later.
I
And
mean, he's
I
who I
mean,
have next up.
actually, yeah, we could talk about that right now. I don't know if I could say he's ready to help a team like make it over the hump, especially a team like the Vikings who weren't like some like crazy like ludicrous good team over like the two powerhouses in the NFC right now, or even three at this point.
Right. Vikings have a very good defense and they have Jay Jettis.
Yeah,
And in theory, you think plugging a guy like McCarthy who has an arm, has some talent, that it could work out pretty well. It would be a favorable position for him. It looks pretty rough through the
yeah,
first 2 weeks, and he might be out for 3 to 4 weeks, and we're gonna see Carson Wentz in this offense. And man, it's looking rough for the Vikings right now. Just because they cannot fall behind in this
yeah,
division, you
yeah,
can't.
yeah. You know, you
Um,
can count on them to stay ahead of the was that the Bears, right?
yeah,
But like Vikings and Packers aren't gonna lose many games.
it's like it's almost done.
Yeah,
Like because McCarthy genuinely looked incompetent through 7 quarters. He had one good quarter. Um, and the rest was very ugly.
yeah.
Very ugly.
And it's like I definitely don't want to sit here and write him off already. You know what I'm saying? He's barely been able to play. You know, and Atlanta does have a much better defense this year than I think people give it credit for.
Their pass rush is nice.
Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely like worrisome because it's like I don't know if this guy's like ready this year. You know,
Yeah.
and they have a
It,
good team. You know, he's got good weapons. Jordan Mason's gonna look really good.
I like Jordan Mason a lot.
Vikings team.
And
JJ,
now
it's JJS.
yeah, he's gonna get his. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Carson. Kevin O'Connell is one of those guys where you can trust him to get the most out of his quarterbacks. Which is why I was like I felt good about JJ coming in because m- like Kevin O'Connell, he's going to put these guys in the best position to win and use their strengths. And it just didn't look like McCarthy had many. He's got the clutch gene, I guess, but it's harder the clutch gene when you're not like in these games. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does with Carson and how he works with that because what made Carson so good 10 years ago was his mobility and his arm, and his mobility just is not there anymore. Um,
His decision making was already like pretty like not great, even at his best
yeah,
at times. So, and he doesn't have that like make something out of nothing ability that he used to have anymore.
yeah. The improvisation is definitely like at an all time low.
Yeah. And then I also think a big issue people don't talk about is I forgot which of their on their offensive line it isn't actually as good right now this
I
year.
mean, didn't like Will Fries get hurt? Like
Yeah.
one of them got hurt, but
Yeah.
they revamped the O line, and I don't know.
It's not as
It's
good this year, especially for like a rookie QB, you know. I don't think it
yeah,
is. It's just worrisome. I don't think this team's ready right now.
which which sucks for them because they built this team ready to win right now. They're not going to have a much better team Eddie, because this is a really good team. It's a
Yeah.
really good team. And I know Addison's out, so it's like who knows how that would impact it.
Mhm.
But
And then
man,
it's also funny to think about because it's like it's felt like they've been kind of like in that same like realm for like years now, right? Like great
sure.
team, and they've just had kind of like a mid QB.
Yeah, I mean Kirk was like he had some really good stretches, but yeah.
Yeah, no one is called Sam Darnold or Case Keenum or Kirk Cousins mid, but they were always like decent to like just outright good regular season QBs that you could never really trust in the biggest moments.
Yeah, and Case Keenum was a complete fluke.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like
So it's like those guys are gonna be guys that are gonna like at their best are gonna be good enough, you know what I'm saying, to give you a really good season, get you in the playoffs and a good seeding, but then just kind of fall apart.
really good quarterbacks are hard to come by.
Yeah.
They're very hard to come by. And I mean like what position do you see as many busts as you do in? Like it normally if there's like a wide receiver that you're drafting in the top 10 or like a defensive player in the top 10, they are rarely gonna not pan out. Quarterbacks though,
Oh,
all the time. It's you're taking a shot in the dark.
you really are. You really can't predict much. Like the best QB we've ever seen was a unathletic guy from like the sixth round.
Right.
Like,
I mean, think of how good the 2020 quarterback class was.
yeah,
The only quarterback in that class to have a Super Bowl ring was the guy drafted in the second round, not the four guys in the first round.
right.
Now, they're all very good quarterbacks, but like, you know,
Let's not say all of them. There's a polar bear in Arlington, Texas, over there.
which who am I leaving out?
Who do you think I'm talking about?
So it was
There's a concussion boy over there.
oh to
I
to
can't say he's pretty good anymore. I can't say that with good faith anymore.
that's right. That's
But
right.
no, no, seriously, it's like, yeah, QB classes like that doesn't happen. Like, what was that, 2021? We saw like it's not a good class.
And boy, everyone was saying, "Oh, this year's quarterback class wasn't that good, but next year's that's gonna be great." It doesn't look too good,
It
man.
doesn't look good at
Arch
all.
Manning looks bad. He looks
Oh
so
my
bad.
God. Like we you really can't
Uh,
predict this position. It's so funny because it's like sometimes, as a team you'd wish it's like as you said, like picking a defensive player in those top 10 picks, they're almost always gonna be good.
yeah, barring a few exceptions, but
Yeah, barring a few exceptions, but almost every time they've been terrific. Whether that's a
yeah,
defensive back, especially your defensive edges and your defensive linemen, your interior defensive linemen, like are almost always great.
yeah, or at least like solid.
Or yeah, or at least solid, guys that will keep their job. But then
Yeah,
there's so much pressure on being a QB, and there's so much like uncertainty with picking these QBs. It's like you don't know.
yeah,
It's like,
it's
it's
bad.
like 2020 doesn't happen like ever.
No, it doesn't. And like last year was a really good class.
You don't get
Um,
you don't get four guys who are in MVP conversations at some point in their careers, like ever.
no, like the Mahomes, Allen, like that draft, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Um, happens very few. So all that being said, the Vikings are in a tough spot because I don't think they're going to be bad enough to get a guy. But it's like I also can't blame for letting Sam Darnold walk either.
Oh yeah,
Like what are you supposed to do?
they're gonna be stuck just kind of being like that.
Yep. Unless they go like crazy, make a move.
Oh yeah,
But it's like I don't even know who would be like available to like the best quarterback you could have gotten last year was Geno Smith. He's the best quarterback to be gotten.
I think they would have been in a perfect situation had they been in that Baker Mayfield sweepstakes a couple years ago. Like a guy like that, like not even a guy who is like a top five, not your like your Titans and then your guys who are right there with them, like Hurts, Stafford, JD5. Like
Yeah.
even a guy that's a little bit under them, like
I would like them to now this is unlikely, but monitor the situation in Jacksonville.
mm,
And to have a guy, because I'm trying to think of like who would be like the most likely to like be available. It's like maybe the Jaguars don't feel like they like the way the direction the team is going, and you got Trevor on all this money, and you want to see if anyone will take the contract. And it's like, hey, Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer. You have a guy with legit generational talent that Trevor has. He just hasn't been able to put together. The weapons hasn't been consistent. You give him Justin Jefferson, you give him O'Connell, you give him Addison, you give him a solid offensive line. I think he would be like amazing in a team like this. So like something like that, it's like just keep your eyes open, make the splash or make the splash because a team of this quality doesn't come by every year. You know?
Yeah, and that's like the worst part about it because it's like when you think about it, like yeah, there's most of these QBs that are good enough to where I feel like they'd get them over that hump. They're not going to be available like at all.
Yeah.
Like when you think of those like good QBs, none of those teams are like getting rid of them. I think the most likely one outside of like what you just said with Trevor Lawrence, and even then with Lawrence, it's like if he's
That's
good enough,
still unlikely.
if he's good enough to get them over that hump, you probably don't see Jacksonville getting rid of him.
Yeah, because it's Bills would never get rid of Allen. Patriots they got May. Jets Dolphins don't got nobody. I mean Dolphins got Tua, but he's no.
Uh,
Um,
if you monitor that situation in Dallas, but it's like I don't know if I want to get into like trade talks with Jerry Jones.
I mean, no, maybe you do. He
Maybe
got
you do
fleeced.
actually. You know what?
You
Yeah, that's a good point.
actually, Dak might be the guy.
You could probably fleece him.
Dak might be the guy because he's already taking shots at Dak. He's already like raved about this Joe Milton. He loves Joe Milton. Um, I could see him be like, "Oh, we value youth and we value health." And Dak just Daryl just doesn't give us that anymore. And he would, ship Dak away for a third round pick and
Cash considerations.
TJ Hawkinson.
It's it.
It's like we always wanted a tight end. We've been looking for a tight end since Jason Witten retired. It's like, bro, now you don't have a quarterback.
I'd pay so
he
much to see that.
he would do something like that. He would.
Good lord.
Wait,
I like thought about it too. I was like, man. I was like, if there's any owner dumb enough to get rid of a QB on that level, it's him.
it would be Jerry.
It would be Jerry. It would be Jerry. And they don't want to have to worry about them being like the Eagles or anything.
No,
Like, they can
I
trade to you.
mean they just love trading to the NFC North, so why not?
Yeah, why
Um,
not? Like, you know what? He might
uh,
even be like, oh man, we're gonna put a good QB in that division to get back in Micah. Yeah, the Packers.
yeah, he's gonna
You know
play
what?
just to beat the Packers. We're gonna beat the Packers.
Because we know we can't do it. We'll make you do it. You know,
Exactly, man.
Jerry, please
Exactly.
don't watch this. Actually, please do.
No, these are great ideas, Jerry.
These are great ideas,
Listen
Jerry.
to us, hire us, dude.
No, actually, no,
Um,
because he keeps making contenders out of all the NFC North teams.
he really built a super team in Green Bay. I'm so upset
Oh
about
my
that.
God.
Um, yeah, that's all I have for the NFL Week 2. Do you have anything else you wanted to? Anything
Um,
else that stuck out?
the main thing that stuck out is I'm gonna hurt Jim Harbaugh. Sorry. Sorry. I I'm sorry. I've been going through it, guys.
Oh,
I've been going
guys,
through it.
pray
I've
that
been going
Omari
through it.
Hampton has a bounce back, please.
Omari and Hampton's got one more week, yo. And I'm putting him on the bench. You're gonna see that roster move late at night that says I dropped him. I swear you're gonna see it.
I'd pick him up so fast.
I
I
know
would
you
pick him
will
up
too.
immediately.
In all seriousness, I wanted to talk about this the Panthers late game like decision making in the clutch. because I was
Okay,
rewatching.
I was not in this game, so you go ahead.
Um, it wasn't much. It was like after I finished the game and then rewatched it because they like to publish the final minutes of it. It was like, man, like it was watching it, they got bailed out by three different penalties, I think. But outside
Mm,
of those penalties, they could not move the ball upfield. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people talking about Xavier Leggett, how bad of a wide receiver he is. Um,
yeah,
he is. Yeah.
it's
He's
hard.
pretty bad.
It's tough.
He's fun. I don't know if you like saw on the sleeper app, but Adam just dropped
I did. I just
yeah,
he just dropped
you
him.
saw
He
that.
just dropped him.
It's like he is really bad.
Yeah, I feel because it's like he's big, physical, he's athletic, but it's like he's like the routes are rough, the hands are really bad. Hands are really bad. It's
It's
it's just tough when you see like there's talent there, but it's like
it's rough. It's
it's
rough.
tough. Yeah.
It's really rough. Yeah. Um, Teammate was great.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
I
good.
haven't seen him this year, so
He's really good. The Panthers' offense is really odd right now. Chubb is
so
solid.
Bryce Young went 35 of 55 for 328 yards.
Mhm.
Was it like an impressive 328?
It was. It was the. I don't know. Did you see the reports about like the late minute comeback that they had?
I didn't.
Oh,
I
you
was
did?
really like not in tune to
Oh
this
wow. Yeah,
game.
you gotta like just look back on that game a bit. But yeah, um, yeah, it was like it wasn't just him, but it was like I really am not a fan of their play calling right now. You know, it was in that final drive. You kind of see a lot of what you saw with the Eagles
Yeah,
about like sending guys deep, but it's worse because Bryce Young is like not tall, right?
he's
Right.
very short.
He's very short. And then and then as I was saying, the Panthers O line isn't good enough to hold down there. So they're rushing. The Cardinals are rushing like four, and then they've got like everybody else back, and there's kind of nowhere to go. You
And
know.
Hunt got hurt, right? So they're like
Yeah.
missing their best lineman.
Yeah. So it was just really like really bad decision making. It was like the play calling was bad. They kind of just got bailed out by penalties. They got like 40 yards of offense simply based off of penalties, and they still could not do anything else with it. So it was
Chuba
rough. It
Hubbard
was really
had
rough.
10 carries for 38 yards. Did they like not like use him?
Not really, because they were down.
I guess yeah.
Kind of, And did you see the Jag Bengals game?
No.
Did you see the BTJ drops? Have you seen that on?
I haven't I've heard about them. I haven't seen them. I need to go back and see them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like we saw like the one was kind of like a concentration thing, like when you like catch the ball, they always tell you worry about catching the ball first before turning upfield.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that was like one of them. But it was also like all the reports about him kind of like moving out of the way on those like hospital passes, right?
yeah.
They were kind of like
Mm,
they were kind of true.
mm.
So yeah, it's weird, For the second straight week, he's just not been like as good as he should be for right now.
Yeah, he's like the wide receivers don't really have the sophomore slumps. Um,
Mm.
that like quarterbacks would have, but man, hopefully it's a bounce back, man. Because like
Oh,
the wide receiver core was like a really good part of the Jaguars, and if that's not stable, they're not gonna go anywhere. They're just not.
yeah. And shout out Broncos Colts. Game of the week. That's my pick for game of the week.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Let's the field goal kickers this week, man. And
Jesus. Brandon Aubrey
shout,
might get
shout
cut
out to the
later.
Colts for not punting in 2 weeks. That's nuts.
That is really nuts. Like
A Daniel
Indiana
Jones led
Jones.
team.
Oh my gosh, dude. Indiana Jones might be the best player in the league right now, dude. Where is
I
he in the
want
MVP train?
one. Um, I need I need him to actually be good because then we're like, okay, Giants are just cursed. Because imagine Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. That'd be my
That would be the
favorite.
funniest. I
I'm
think
rooting
seeing
for it,
Anthony
so
Richardson just drop like this is crazy. Like I haven't even thought about that.
maybe the Vikings should go for him. Take a shot.
Ah, he's not high. Ah, he's not high on this at all.
No, it's gonna take. He's gonna need a little more probably.
Yeah, but usually it's like at least with the NBA, it's like always like the tracker is very like recency
I-
bias to
In
the
the
max.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
said
get
Bryce Young on here before.
that's crazy. What?
All right, but yeah, that's all I had to say about everything.
All right, so should we get into some questions?
Absolutely. These
So
are
we
my
have four.
favorite part.
Yes, absolutely. We have four questions. One of them is how did the Eagles beat the Chiefs and the refs? We kind of already talked about the game. Um, the the refs. I mean, I think both teams are gonna argue that the refs were unreasonable on both sides, and I think there were definitely some really bad holding non calls on the Chiefs on the last offensive drive where the guys were like holding them at the neck and they weren't calling it. So and then
Yes.
of course there's a tush push dialogue which I really didn't even want to talk about because I'm just so
Oh,
tired of the dialogue. Um
I've seen people slander my favorite team, my favorite QB for like all week. I'm not talking about it.
yeah. So
Make your own opinions on.
that's all I have to say about that. I don't know if you have anything to say about the Eagles and the refs, but I'm good.
Apparently we're America's favorite team right now. We're the NFL is rigging games for the Eagles.
If you told me this in 2016, I would have laughed in your face. Look how far we've come, man. We're
Look how far
we're the
we've come.
Devil Magic team.
We're in our villain arc. We're in our villain arc now. We're the Devil Magic team. We're the hated dynasty.
Let's go, man. I used to
That's
pray for
awesome. I
times like
love it.
this.
I really
Hmm.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna save my favorite question for last because I was talking about this conversation recently, but I'll get into these two questions first. Um,
Mhm.
what are some NFL stadiums that you like to visit for? That you'd like to visit for the first time?
That's a good question. Um, what's the Bill Stadium called?
It's like, oh, I forget. But the new stadium is gonna be like the same name.
I want to go to a
It's like
Bills
Highmark,
game.
Highmark Stadium, I think.
I just want to get with the vibes, man. I'm like
I
I'm like
also would love to be there.
I'm an Eagles fan for life. So it's like I love like crazy that shit insane stadiums and fans. So I'd feel right at home.
I feel
I'd
like
say that.
upstate New York would be like different because it's a
Yeah.
different breed of crazy.
Good, honestly.
Yeah, I I love all like the futuristic mall looking stadiums, and I'm going to Allegiant Stadium in November, so I'm excited to go to the Raiders Stadium because they got
Don't
the big
flex on me.
Olympic torch in there. Yeah. um. See, it's the stadiums like that. Um.
Flex on.
Listen, I'm just being honest.
No, seriously. Yeah, no, honestly. I'm super excited for you.
I appreciate it. I'm excited. Um. Just to like, I heard SoFi Stadium is like legit. It looks like a mall.
Mhm.
It like feels like a mall, but then there happens to be like a football
Right.
game in it. Like that's
They're
like
just so happy they're playing football.
it's like it's a mall with like, oh, if you walk down this tunnel, there's a football game going on. Um, I think I'm just so used to like the simplicity stadiums, or the stadiums that like are just like for like the atmosphere in the game. Um, a stadium with kind of like a different feel that would be pretty cool. I think Lambeau,
Yeah.
just to say you went to Lambeau,
Mhm.
I I I think that's always called like the holy grail of NFL stadiums. It's like a million years old, and it's like I've been to Fenway, the Red Sox stadium, which I feel like is like the Lambeau of the MLB. So I feel like that's like a stadium that, like, as a football fan, I should want to go to. Um,
Yeah. I hear you.
Also,
Yeah.
my last one is CenturyLink Field, the Seahawks stadium. For a time, that was always like the loudest stadium because of how like big the acoustics were, and like I've been to Washington State, but I haven't been to that stadium, so I would love to see a Seahawks game there. So
Yeah.
that that's my answer. Um, this next question: what are some of your favorite TV shows from your childhood?
Oh man.
I'm gonna let you cook.
Nah, wait, hey, you got it. You got it. You had more time to look at these than I have.
Which is funny because I didn't really think about this question, but
Really?
I was a big Zach and Cody kid. I watched a lot of Zach and Cody. Uh, I like Sweet Life better than I like Sweet Life on Deck better than the original.
Okay.
Personally, that was my show. I watched that a lot. Probably watched every episode multiple times. Um, I
Who's the
was
dork?
yeah, I was an Ninjago kid.
Oh, that
Um,
was my put down my
see,
let me
y'all don't understand like being in elementary school when Ninjago was out, like in its prime. I'm not talking about like I'm talking about like the original Ninjago, and I was like in second grade, third grade, and every time an episode would come out, I would have to like sneak watch an episode because we weren't real allowed to watch TV that late. But I had to be up to date when I go to recess tomorrow. We got to talk about what happened last episode. I wanted to be in the know. So I mean, Ninjago had. I mean, it was a great show. I loved it, and uh, every boy in elementary school was watching that show pretty much. That's some core memories right there. And then I watched a lot of like older TV shows too, with my family. So, but those two I think were like top two that stick out immediately.
I can respect that. I bet I'm just trying to find I don't know if you remember I posted like a bunch of different like cartoons that I watched as a kid and then like
Hmm.
their theme songs on my story once like in a row. Like I think I just blew it up with like
I
30
watched Teenage
straight.
Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot, and I'm sure that was on yours.
Oh yeah. The 2003 one, that was my thing growing up. That
Oh,
was my
there you go.
favorite one.
There you go.
That's my favorite. Let me co-sign this first by saying unlike John, SpongeBob was one.
Hey, chill, bro. Chill.
No, I was just Gravity Falls was a big one for me.
Yes, yes.
That
I was
was
a big
always
Gravity
my
Falls.
big.
Yep.
I loved that one growing up. That was like always one of my favorite cartoons. It still is, honestly. I think I'm like in the middle of a rewatch right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
That show
gosh,
gets dark, man.
doesn't it? I love it though.
Yeah, it's good.
Dude, I am going crazy. I was trying to just find because I swear I made like a top 10.
I feel like you did too. You made a lot.
You had me. I didn't know where is that. Okay, whatever. Spectacular Spider-Man. Y'all remember that one?
Mm,
Y'all remember that
I
bad boy?
I do remember that one. I didn't watch two. I watched an episode or two of that. Yeah.
The best Spider-Man adaptations. Spider-Man Unlimited and the original Spider-Man, the Amazing series, and Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Um,
Mm.
I watched like all of the Spider-Man shows growing up. That was a big one. Sonic Underground. That's my thing. That was my thing. And then insert any Transformers cartoon.
Of course. Of
You can X
course.
John. There's like a channel on my TV right now that's just pure Transformers. I like turned on my TV one day and it was just on. I didn't even put it on. Like I promise you, I'm not lying to you. It's
It was
literally called the
fake.
Transformer.
We all believe you, man. We really do.
It's not. It's just the Transformer. It's been like this for like. I promise you, it's been like this for like a month now.
That that was like Tua saying today that Josh he doesn't have half the talent Josh Allen has. Like we know, bro. We know.
Oh my God. Like
Chris,
I
we
promise y'all,
we
I have them on my desk, man. We've been here. They've been OGs. John will tell you.
oh
I
I can
was
tell you a
broke,
lot
but
about
he came in
your
with the
I can tell you a lot about your Transformer toys.
let's not get crazy though. Let's save that for another one. Another time. Another time. Another time. Another time, brother.
I don't know when that
Another
would ever
time.
come up again, but all right.
I don't know either. I know it seems like it's some of your favorite stories to tell.
Because it's just so insane. Um, all right. This last question, on a more serious note, um, comes from what one of my good friends. We did robots in high school. We went to different high schools, but our teams combined, and we became pretty close in that team, and have kept in contact since. And he liked a tweet of mine that I saw. I saw a tweet that was about Jameis Winston talking to a Cowboys fan, and someone said genuinely one of the greatest people in the sport, and it's talking about Jameis Winston. And Jameis Winston has been like the poster boy for um you can be marketed out of any controversy or any
Oh yeah.
wrongdoings or any you like it if it benefits the corporation or the big company, they're gonna take care of you. And Jameis Winston has had several allegations ranging back from college to the pros. Just some really disturbing stuff. And it has been swept under the rug because he's a funny guy that has a big personality. So the NFL can market it. So they have him like go to Super Bowls and like, be funny, be goofy, and post his mic'd up moments and stuff like that. And kind of make people have the illusion that he's such a good guy when he probably shouldn't be allowed to play football. He definitely shouldn't. Same way that Deshaun Watson should, right? So I say all to say the question, which I believe stems from that, is talk about the cognitive dissonance of horrible people in the league being liked. Example: Jameis Winston. At the end of the day, it's money. I'll say my little spiel about it, and I'll let Chris say what he wants to say. But this is something I think about a lot, and I try to talk about it a lot because I think it's important. And I never like I don't want to be a guy that's like downing everyone's parade. It's like, but it's like these are also things we need to be aware of because it's just it's important to know who we're investing our time and money in as NFL fans and really understanding who these people are when they're actively like harming communities and harming people. So when Deshaun Watson, when these allegations first came up, If it was like any other player at any other time, he would be done. The career would be over. But he was at the prime of his career. He was an MVP candidate. He was bringing the Texans to be Super Bowl contenders. And he had recently requested a trade from the Texans because of whatever stuff was going on with the team. The allegations come out, and it's like, ooh, this is really bad. And there was like 30 to 60 at one point allegations. Like, this is bad, man. And yet the Cleveland Browns give up this big old haul for him, and they give him the biggest guaranteed contract of all time. And you give money because they think, oh, the the talent and the production of winning is going to outweigh all the bad stuff. And it ended up backfiring, and Deshaun Watson became one of the worst players in the sport, which is hilarious and it's deserved. And now it's like, okay, now he's going away. Now they're drafting quarterbacks for him to replace him. It's like it's all about what can you do for me lately. And Jameis
Yeah,
Winston can provide them with an entertainment element. Deshaun Watson was thought to give him a talent element. Von Miller has such a stamp on the history of the game with his historical MVP performance in the Super Bowl that his stuff got swept under the rug real quick. Um, and there's so many examples, and at the crux of this is money. It's what can you provide to the league, and depending on that, we're gonna say it's worth it, and we're
yeah,
gonna say it's worth to sweep on all the mess under the rug, and it's something that perpetuates in every sport, and in life in general, and it's just really disheartening when you see people aware of this and still prop these guys up because, well, you know, this is they're giving us wins. They're funny. We don't gotta worry about that stuff. It's it 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 hurts. It hurts because the victims deserve better at the very least. At the very least. So that's all I gotta say about that. I don't know if you have anything to add.
it's kind of what you all said. Yeah, it's always been about like money and talent. Like, if this player is good enough, they're gonna be like, yeah, we can like, if this is possible to sweep under the rug, we're gonna pretend like we never saw that.
Yeah.
It's so crazy too because it's like you'll see fans that like let this follow behind them for so long. Like almost every NBA fan I've met is like, yeah, we be on Karl Malone and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But then you'll see it get swept under the rug by the NBA media. So I don't know if y'all remember when Patrick Beverly was on a podcast with somebody.
Yeah.
He saw like super funny meme about him, like because
People legit don't know about Karl Malone.
yeah, and that's like probably
It's
like
crazy.
I think other than like Aaron Hernandez, it's probably like most like well known like like controversy within these two
Yeah.
sports. I don't even want to say controversy because it's not. It's like just a crime.
Yeah.
It's just him being
There's
a terrible person.
yeah. I mean, Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Derrick Rose. But even with Derrick Rose, that's like probably the greatest PR of all time. We talk
Hmm.
about, I think I mentioned him like, oh, I'm like, oh yeah, he's like with guys like Kyrie with me that are like a little overrated, right? In the
Yeah.
all-time list. But like when you speak about that, like most people don't know. Like I guarantee you his biggest fans do not know, you know, because the NBA media is not going to report on things that are going to go against like, your certain golden boys. As you were just saying, Jameis Winston is like so easy to market as this like, super happy, cool guy on the field that it's like super easy for them to just kind of like underplay everything. And we see it all the time. Um, we saw it happen recently, when what was it, last week now? Like I think they passed I think they said they weren't gonna release the Epstein files
Yeah.
out. And they just kind of covered that all up with what was going on at the time. And it's like it's so easy for media to be just kind of manipulated in today's world.
Yeah.
So much is going on in today's world that most people just wouldn't know, or most people are going to be misinformed about because it's so easy to just kind of push this thing. and we're seeing it happen on like a smaller scale in the NFL, in the NBA, and it's been happening for decades at this point. Like if you
Yep.
look up allegations, I just found Peyton Manning's name. I guarantee most people didn't know about that, right?
No idea.
Exactly.
That scares me.
It's crazy, right? Or
um,
Ben Roethlisberger. Like I feel like more people know about that one, right?
yeah,
And
that's definitely more public.
but then obviously with Deshaun Watson, he didn't face any real consequence. He's
No,
still a multimillionaire. Yeah, he's not good anymore, but like he's basically got paid all this money to not play anywhere near as many games as he would have.
because it's all guaranteed. He's not
Exactly.
lost a dime.
He's not lost a lot. So it's like he faced no sort of jail time, no nothing like that. He was getting paid time off from the league, basically. When you think about it like
Yep,
that. That's what he got.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
well said.
it's 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 crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously with how like swept under the rug this stuff is, a lot of these guys won't ever face like true prosecution, you know what I'm saying? So then people can do things, and it allows for people to do things like saying like, oh well, that didn't actually happen, or you know,
Yeah,
or well, actually this happened when it could have been in reality. We see it happen all the time. Victims are persuaded, almost forced to like say something else happened, or yeah, like we see it all happen all the time. We see people are forced to give up confessions, or people are forced to say this and that when
or
they're
people think, a settlement means they didn't do it. Like just
exactly
being genuinely uninformed
like if
about the
anything, a settlement means we
process.
did do it most of the time.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Like they found evidence, but it was like, okay, we can settle this out of court. Karl Malone didn't face any jail time. He paid a settlement. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. There is
Yeah,
living, breathing proof that he did it, right?
he played for the Eagles, bro.
Like I don't know if people know that, but
Yeah,
so it's very much a yeah, it's a big problem, you know. It's a really big problem because it's just this thing of what would I say it is? It's like you put these people on such a high pedestal
hmm
that all of a sudden it becomes impossible to think like, oh, that they're actually like not as good as you thought they were.
yeah, and then you can go well. I just like him as an athlete, and it's like I get the whole like separate the art from the artist. I get why people want to do that, but at the same time, it's like because like there it gets to a point where it's like these like these are really bad people, and you engaging in it is giving reasons why they should continue putting attention, putting marketing and energy into these players. It
Yeah,
just
you
it all
know,
counts.
and it's like I'm not, and it feel wrong to be like sit here because we're not gonna ever attack like the regular fan for doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a hypocrite. I have a Michael Vick jersey, by the way. He was one of my favorite players growing up. Like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not, right? You know,
right.
but it's also a thing of like when you sit there and you use excuses because of like, oh, this is my favorite player, why they wouldn't do that? Because at the end of the day, we don't know these people, you know.
Yep.
And it's a bigger thing, obviously, when like famous media does it or when just owners do it because they actually have the power in these sort of situations. But it's all stems from a fact of people are going to attach what they know of you or what you do.
Yeah,
So it makes it easier for them to look away the bad things about stuff like that.
for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, I think that's well said. Um, just be informed, man. Just and don't shut down people trying to let you know what's up because they're just trying to let you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that.
Please don't feel
So yeah,
bad if any of your favorite players or like
right.
it's not your fault. Like it's not your
It's
fault, dude.
it
It's
sucks.
really
It's not.
it
It's
really
not.
sucks. Trust me, I get it. I was in the same position like what was it, like 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah. I
if
remember.
you
Yep.
remember, like you remember, like so it's not your fault. Like do not take it as offense if somebody ever is all like, yeah, it's a terrible person.
Yeah, there was a Phillies player that we recently got. His name is Harrison Bader, and I had him on like my MLB Ultimate team. Right, he was like the first player I got, and he's like a random role player. So I randomly say, "Oh, that's my guy," and it's like he got traded from like place to place to place, and I would be like, "Oh, that's my guy, Harrison Bader," and he recently got traded to the Phillies. I was like, "Yo." I was like, let's get my role, and then I found out he's like big time Zionist, like like he. I was like,
It's
dang, it's like it's funny because people are like, man, you're upset that Saquon supports Trump, but I know once the NFL season starts, you're going to be cheering for him. I don't know if you heard me on that Cowboys game, but I was like, when Saquon had that one big run, I was like, great block, Jordan. You set that up. Let's go, man. That's all you, bro. Like, like there are ways to, be aware of it. Just yeah, just be aware. It's like
develop a
there's
personal
not
relationship.
yeah. There's not much we can do as fans, but it's like, that's all I gotta say about that. I mean, I could go on and on, but we will end it here.
On a positive
Um,
note, the WNBA playoffs are here.
dude, and they're sick.
They're very good.
They're
That's our
awesome.
positive note to end on. Boom.
Indiana without Caitlin Clark steals a game from the Atlanta Dream, so we're going to game 3 for that. The Seattle Seattle Storm, they go ahead, steal game from the heavy favorite Aces who won 16 games in a row.
Yep.
Shout out to Skylar Diggins Smith. Shout out to Do, shout out to Dominique Malanga.
Mhm.
I mean, she's gonna be unbelievable. Um, it's exciting, man. We rarely have this first round be like really really good in WNBA, but it's good, man.
It's
Um, yeah, I'm trying to lock back in the playoffs, so hopefully a little bit soon we can have like some extended talk about the WNBA. Um, that'd be pretty cool. But make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Dorm Talks with Chris and John on Spotify, Apple Pods, Media Yaps, or Straight Sports Talk for YouTube. Look us up in the description. Follow us on TikTok. Peace out, guys. We appreciate you watching. See you next week.